How's it going, everybody? Chris Cart's back through the mail Monday. First of 6 returns coming to you from Santa Ana, California. Let's rip into it. Hope everyone out there had a great weekend. And our first return is TTM Hall of Famer Charlie Huff. He even signed the index card for good measure. Nice. Charlie Huff signed the 89 tops there. 25-year career, 216 wins, 216 losses. 25 years, 11 with the Rangers, 11 with the Dodgers, was an All-Star in 1986, won the Florida Marlins' very first game on their opener on April 5th, 1993, beat the Dodgers 6-3. Nice return from Mr. Charlie Huff. Check out that scorecard. I like those multicolored scorecards for some reason. Nice return from Mr. Charlie Huff. There is his information, 74 years young, still knocking him out of the park there, so happy to get this back from Charlie. Let's move on to our second return of the day. All right, gang. Santa Ana once again for return numero dos. Let's see who we have here, if I can get this open. I can't tell what end to rip it from, so I got to be careful with this one. Oh, great. That's stuck to me. Wonderful. There we go. All right. Bear with me, guys. We got Jim Palmer. Signed my Topps Living cards. Very nice. Jim Palmer had a couple Topps Living cards laying around. He's still just $10 a piece for one of the better pitchers of our lifetime, at least. 19-year career. All of those with the Orioles. He's the only Major League pitcher to win a World Series in 3 different decades. 60s, 70s, and 80s. 3 Cy Young Awards, 4 Gold Gloves. 6-time All-Star. There's information. $10 a card. That's a pretty good bargain as far as I'm concerned. Nice return from Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. 1990 Hall of Fame inductee. First ballot, over 90% of the vote. Very, very good pitcher. Very affordable. Nice to get these cards signed. Let's move on to our third return of the day. Phoenix, Arizona. Finally a return out of the state of California. And our third return is going to be, looks like, Mr. Frank Duffy. Frank Duffy, 10-year career, shortstop, pretty good career. Most of his years spent with the Cleveland Indians, as you see there. All of those cards are Indian cards. Nice return from Frank Duffy, a great signer. Once traded for George Foster, who ended up on the Big Red Machine. Kind of a lopsided trade there. Sam McDowell was also involved. And another trade with Gaylord Perry later on that same year. So traded twice for a couple of big names there. Frank Duffy, there's his current information. Nice return from Mr. Duffy. Now let's move on to our next return. Back to the great state of California with our next return, Santa Clarita. Let's rip into this bad boy and see who our next return is going to be. We've got a blank index card here. And we've got Matt Young signed an 87 Topps Tiffany Mariners leaders card, already signed by Phil Regan, and soon to be signed by Bob Kearney. And that signature is getting worn off on Phil Regan, so that's probably not the best card to send, although the 87 Topps came out wonderfully. The base and the traded, as well as the 84 Topps. Matt Young, nice little 10-year career. 1983 All-Star, 1989 World Series champion with the A's. Became one of only 4 pitchers to pitch a complete game no-hitter in a losing effort. Gave up 2 runs and 7 walks. Had an error in there somewhere. Not even a true no-hitter because he did not pitch the ninth. He only pitched the eighth. So because he did not pitch the ninth, it was not counted as a no-hitter. But there you guys go. A little piece of history. In fact, Roger Clemens went on to face the Indians in the second game of that doubleheader and only gave up 2 hits in a complete game shutout. So that was the most, or I guess the least amount of hits ever in a doubleheader, 2. So there you guys go. Part of a little history. Matt Young, great signer. Let's move on to our next return. Another return from California, Santa Ana once again. This might be our third return from Santa Ana. We got Kevin Elster. Kevin Elster, a 13-year career. I got a soft spot in my heart for Mr. Elster, so I sent him a bunch of cards. He spent 7 of those 13 years with the Mets. He signed his blue body there. That's not a good place to sign. Looks like he signed them all in the same spot no matter what the card depicted. Nice return from Kevin Elster, $3 a card. That's $21, and autographs looking right back at you, folks. So did get an 86 World Series ring, even though he didn't really start for the Mets until 88, and supplanted Rafael Santana, who got shipped off to the Yankees. Got 4 at-bats in the postseason in 86, including in Game 6 of the World Series. There's his information, $3 a card, as I said. Nice return from Kevin Elster. Nice. Let's move on now to our next return. All right, gang, our final return of the day, and you'll never guess where this envelope's from. Santa Ana, California, some sort of TTMM record for sure. We got Doug DeCinces back, 84 Topps Tiffany, signed beautifully there, 1983 All-Star inscription, which I did ask for. Doug DeCinces, great little third baseman for the Orioles for 9 years, 6 years with California Angels. Look at all those cards signed very nicely. Got in trouble about 10 years ago with some insider trading stuff. Spent 10 months in home detention after being found guilty of 13 counts in 2017. Bad boy. Had to pay a lot of money for that. So, bummer for Mr. Doug DeCinces. He's still awfully gracious with his time. That Tiffany card looks sweet with that inscription. There you guys go. There's information. There's my little post-it note, asking very nicely for an inscription, which he obliged. He signs 3 cards for $5, so I sent him $10 and 6 cards. Thought that was a fair trade-off. Took his time, signed beautifully for me. And what else can I say? DeCinces was a really good player, and glad to get these back signed. And let's move on, guys. That's it. Through the Mail Monday, number 202 in the books. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Hope everyone out there had a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I do this every single Monday for the last 202 Mondays in a row, without fail. Of course, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this week's returns. And that is it, man. Hope everyone out there is having a wonderful holiday so far. We got the Thanksgiving out of the way. Christmas next. We are at the tail end of 2022. Very exciting. Tax stuff due. I need to start getting some stuff together for the tax man, so that's not fun. But what else isn't fun? Went to that Washington-Oregon game a few weeks ago when Washington lost, and I skipped the Utah game because I was disgusted with the Ducks. And then they won that game, and I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Corvallis on Saturday and watch them play the Beavs. And, yeah, they lost that game after, had a 31-10 lead. So I'm done with college football, gang. I need to step aside a little bit to recover from the beating I took as a fan of the Oregon Ducks. So, God, that was brutal. What a brutal loss. Good thing I was pretty intoxicated. So, I mean, it was we had as much fun as we could have given the circumstances. So, college football is just one of those deals. So, that's it, guys. I'm all bummed out now. I shouldn't have brought that up, but I did. So that's it, gang. Join me later on in the week for some more videos. Hope everyone has a great week. See ya.